letters to the papers and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I think I remember the name.
You'll see. He's still the same. He's old Buckley conservative.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I guess you had Claude McKay.
Well, Claude McKay is a mixed bag. Say Claude McKay used to come around too.
He wrote that book, Harlem Negro Metropolis,
Yeah,
attacking
I still
the
have
party,
that. I have this.
which is a very the
it's
whole
good.
thing is it's a good book, but it at the time was very hostile to the party.
Yeah. It's a good book. I mean, for placing everything. Say, he was a good writer, by the way. But he used to come around the party. I think he was maybe researching things for the Nation because he was a Nation correspondent for a while. But he's I don't know. He's one of those strange guys. Well, he's a poet for one thing, and he had been to North Africa, and he stayed in North Africa for maybe a year or so. And from North Africa, he got the idea that the Soviet Union and the French communists had betrayed the revolution there. See, I don't know
during the People's Front.
During the People's Front period. I don't know the details of it, but that was the source of his anti-communism anyway. And then he came back and made his whole campaign then was on this anti-communist issue. And of course, I think he liked to drink quite a bit too.
During the People's Front, was there any de-emphasis of the Negro question in the party, or that only begins to happen during the war with the victory business?
No, see, during the People's Front, the Negro question was still forward. Up until where the party began to take back on the Negro question was after the declaration of war between the Soviet Union declaration. I don't know whether
Nazi Germany,
whichever way it was.
Yeah.
Then the Negro question went out the window. Then it was win the war. One slogan. That's all you had.
And do you think that was the major thing that eventually eroded the party's base in Harlem?
Yeah, well, that eroded the party's base because Browder's political line, see, was that the war was going to kill imperialism and kill colonialism. Well, it killed colonialism, but it didn't kill
imperialism.
See, because although it killed colonialism, it killed the outward form, but you still have neo-colonialism. The riches is still owned by the colonial countries in all of the free colonial nations. So he was absolutely wrong. He made the wrong analysis there as to what was going to come as a result of the war, because you killed the Nazis, who represented a section of the bourgeoisie. It's true, but you hadn't killed the bourgeoisie.
Right.
You only killed that part of it that had gone mad, and that, of course. Well, I just a comment here. This, of course, is why the bourgeoisie is terribly angry at Nixon. You see, he went mad.
Right, and Agnew, right, yeah.
And Agnew, see,
they give it a bad name.
Oh, you gave capitalism a bad name. God, how could you have done that? And you see how Goldwater, He says, why, this is terrible. This man shouldn't be.
Right.
Well, anyway.
Right.
So with the line with that line, there's no need to struggle against imperialism, because the position on the Negro question presupposes the fight against imperialism.
The other thing is that it seemed like in the late 30s, during the Popular Front, there was still some discussion of self-determination, but it was phrased in terms of winning political rights in the South. Like when Ben Davis talked about self-determination in daily worker articles, he talked about the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment and the poll taxes.
Yeah.
Was it extended further in the inner party circles? In other words, if you were having discussions in the Harlem section, was self-determination still talked about in terms of a nation in 38 or so?
It was, because, you see, but not in terms of something that was to be realized.
Mm-hmm.
It was that self-determination as a general slogan meant, it didn't mean that you were fighting for a nation there. It didn't mean you were fighting for independence there. See, that is only the nation itself could fight for that.
Right.
But you were fighting for the right of this nation to decide whether, well, you could decide 2 or 3 different ways.
Right.
You're fighting for, so that self-determination really is not that it is a misnomer, but that that its interpretation has been, I think it was correct. See. In fact, I think it's correct even now. But to make self-determination and independence interchangeable that's what's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've run out of questions, so that was